other goals to aim and don't let them keep doing the same. Tell them the boss takes the blame on the shoulders of a sturdy frame.
What's going on? It's the Legit OGs podcast where we give you the game we wish you had. I'm BF and Kruma.
Herm, the CEO.
Cool. And we are the Legit OGs. Fellas, I want to start off the night, I guess it's sort of kind of in a sad spot. You know, everybody know just a couple nights ago, King Von was killed in Atlanta along with two other people, and two other folks were shot. Strangely, I don't know what it is. Like, just recently, I really found out about King Von. You know, at our age, like we don't really be listening to these young guys, and so I used to be on his Twitter page a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of the comments, and you know it's the whole 64th and 65th, and then it's the 63rd, but somehow people who ain't even from Chicago, like taking sides, like nah, we ain't from 63rd, and you know, or we are from 63rd, and I seen a lot of folks used to be in his comments like, man, I can't wait till they kill you. Like, you talk all this stuff, and we ain't gonna lie, you know, the brother was talking a lot of stuff about dudes from the other side that got killed and things of that nature, but that is what drill music is basically anyway. Mm-hmm. But so me being in the comments and seeing the people wishing death on him, I don't know how, but I felt like some kind of connection to him living. Like, I wanted him to live. Like I would see all the comments about people wanting him to die, and like I'd never listened to more than 3 minutes of his music, but for some reason I felt some connection to him. So when he got killed the other night, like it really been messing with me the past couple of days, because just for some strange reason, I just wanted to see this boy live. Yeah. I wanted to see him
beat the odds.
I wanted to see him overcome. I wanted to see him change. Because even after FGB Duck got killed, I had never heard of him either. We old, man. Goodness gracious. I had never heard of him. So I went to his page, and like one of his last videos, he was talking about, man, I'm about to change the way I'm rapping. I know there's a lot of kids that follow me and look up to me, and I'm talking all this gangster stuff, and I really want to switch it up. And then he got killed, and it's just like, man, it's a lot of these young guys who never get a chance to change. And to me, I always feel for them, because it's like we all been blessed to be able to outgrow it and to see who we are today. And some of these young guys I get an attachment to, even though I don't know, because I want to see them on the other side. I want to see what they become. And so to me, like, that whole situation just kind of hurt me, to see the youngin', and he was never able to outgrow being the king of drill.
Yeah, well, see, that drill music is definitely that's what it stands for. You know, just the drill and headhunt. Send the Addy, they coming. So, I mean, that's the life that he wanted to live. You know, I looked at a tweet that he put last week. He said, when I get to heaven, I mean, when I get there, I'm gonna stomp out his op, Tuki. I make sure I look for him. So, even from
Tuki, you talking about
Tuka,
FGB Duck brother.
Yeah, whoever, Tuka, that was the guy brother.
Rapper.
He was a rapper. But he's saying when I die, that's the first place I'm going at. When I see him in hell, whatever, heaven or hell, he said I'm going to him. So I think he knew what he was getting himself into. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, rapping about that lifestyle. Even from them catching the guy that killed him, you know, like I was telling Pooh, I said I wanted to say on the academic page, like, free him. Because for real, for y'all want the whole court in the street. This the life that y'all want to live, so, you know, you got to deal with it. You can't play both sides. You can't say, all right, I'm going to do this drill music, and then somebody die and say, all right, y'all didn't kill the demon. Oh, I feel full sorry for him. He was a demon. He did things to people's families, too. You know, man, Pooh talked about that. We talked about that over the week. Past
Move
week.
the mic over closer to your mouth.
Past a week, and he was saying that he felt sorry for it. And I was like, man, well, you know, you got to feel sorry for the people that, family members that he put down too, or his, you know, so-called put down, or his friends put down. You can't just say, oh, I feel sorry for him. It go both ways.
No, 100%. And like when I was saying that again, it's for every young boy. Like, I don't see them. I see a mirror. That's how I feel. Whenever I see any of these youngins, all I see is me. Like everything I do with these young boys and trying to help them and trying to teach them and trying to get them out of the game is really me trying to save me. That's really how I feel. Everything I do, every time I'm in the jails, every time I'm in the street, no matter where I'm at, really, I feel like sometimes I'm still the 13-year-old who dad got killed, who just got caught up into the streets, and I'm trying to save him. So I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for people on the other side, because Duck was on the other side. I felt sorry about that, and I had never heard of him until he got killed. And it's crazy, when I saw the video, he on the ground, and the cops is like telling everybody to move away, but they didn't even pick him up to take him nowhere. And it's crazy. I was talking to somebody who spent a lot of time in Chicago, and it's literally what they told me, man. They said if the cops pull up and you a known gang dude,
they'll let you die.
They're gonna let you die in the streets. They not picking you up. They not taking you to the hospital. If they know who you are, they get there, they look at your face. Oh, that's so and so. They just let you bleed out.
That's crazy.
And that's something like you wouldn't believe. But I was looking at the video, like in the video, like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, like none of this time y'all tried to save them. None of this time y'all, you watch the movies where they put something around the wound, or
Man,
you know what
tied
I'm
up,
saying?
yeah.
Hold this, man. Hold it. Stop the bleeding. Like they didn't do none of that. They just let him bleed out, man. And that's crazy, because it really goes to see how this country really feel about us.
Yeah, but see, you in war with the streets, and you at war with the police. So at the end
Exactly.
of the day, them guys probably already know when them cops pull up, they already know. Like he already told me, like, y'all better not touch me. These kids might be talking to them cops like that, man. You better not touch me. Let me die before I get in that cop car. If nobody else don't pick me up, the mentality.
Nah, you right.
Shit, these little
They
dudes
hard as a
crazy,
mud, man. Listen, I would never get on the internet and say I'm beefing with somebody and do something to somebody and say, yeah, that's your dead homie, X, Y, Z. That's just something new to me.
Honestly,
Yeah, man.
though, I think that's the new way. Like,
It's the new way.
It is.
It's like we had our time. It was a time before us. It was a time before that. So
But it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
yeah,
But we also didn't have dudes that's kind of before us that got out that was trying to. At least I know I didn't. I don't feel like I don't. If we did, Herm, bring to my
got
memory.
out the game?
Yeah, that got out the game who was coming back and trying to give us game. I didn't have old heads who was trying to do that.
first person I ever seen get out the game gracefully by Allah was you.
That's
the first dude. I ever
That's
seen.
crazy, and we the same age.
Yeah, I ain't.
Like, so
never-
we're the dudes that's 50.
Yeah.
The dudes that's 48, 45 that was
I know a lot of
down
those,
your end before you.
I know a lot of dudes that was forced to get out, like they was broke, like they fucked up and they couldn't get over the hump. And I know dudes that went to jail, did a shitload of time, and now they out and they just older and they just like But I don't know nobody that was like out here winning, doing their thing,
And
and
just
then
stop.
just was like, man, I ain't
done.
fucking with that
Yeah.
shit no more. Like, you the
Nah,
first
I definitely seen dudes who got out, but they ain't come back and teach me none.
Yeah, I don't.
They ain't come back and had no conversation with me. They ain't come back and put me on no game.
Yeah.
That's what this about. Giving you the game, really giving you the game I wish I had. Like, I really wish I had some OGs who had a podcast, even though it was a long time ago. It really wasn't no podcast world.
it was no
For real. That I could watch some dudes who really was in the streets and say, all right, man, I'm gonna give you a different perspective. I'm gonna get you to look at this a different way. I'm gonna show you how to make some money a different way. You know what I'm saying? Herm, the CEO, tow truck company.
Yeah,
You doing construction, but you also had a paint company.
yeah. Cleaning company too. but-
Cleaning company. I mean, different
Absolutely.
companies.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a professional speaker. I'm an author. I sell apparel. Like, we on the other side, and we can say, listen, I'm still making good money, and I'm doing something that's totally different.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, we all like heard about saying dudes getting money and going to real estate, but nobody told us how to do it.
But Poop, this is another thing too, though, what we learned too. Over the years, like when we in the game, we come across a lot of people. When we out there hustling, we stumble across a lot of different ideas and people that's doing a lot of different shit. We naturally born hustlers. So
Absolutely.
we already from the rip gonna see that and be like, wait a minute.
We need to do that.
That's how it was with the paint company. It was like people were saying like, how do you start a paint company and you don't know how to paint? And I'm like, Well, Jeffrey Lurie owned the Eagles, and he don't play
He
football.
don't play no football.
So it's like when you breaking it down like that, it's like we natural born hustlers, so we see a lick and like, yo, I want to get some of that money. So that's, but when you get in that paper, sometimes you can be around a bunch of dudes that got a whole lot of shit going on, and then you can feel it. So man, if this dude can do it, I can do it. Like I'm smarter than him, or I know what I'm doing when it comes to this, or I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm definitely there, man. I feel like I could do any and everything.
Yeah, or I don't know what I'm doing,
I always
learn.
felt like that, but then at the same time, I felt trapped. I felt trapped in the streets because it's like when you get out the streets is fast money. Other stuff ain't as fast. So if 2 months go by, like I'm gonna tell you, you know the biggest thing I was afraid of, like the first 2-3 years I got out the game, it's myself. I was scared of myself. I literally, real rap, some nights would cry because I was afraid that, because I didn't want to go back, but I was afraid that I would.
Yeah, because you already established a high life living. So you got to go back down to like discipline. Discipline always the first solution for everything. You know what I'm saying? Health, wealth, you know what I'm saying? Relationship, you know what I'm saying? You got to go back to that discipline of, I can't spend like this. I got to do this. I got to do it like this. It was hard because I was the one. I ain't going to front. Pocket.
I hype me up.
Whatever you want, you buy. Copy. You see
you like it, you cop it.
You cop it. So that was the saying.
That was
now
our
it's like
slogan, boy.
you see it, you like it, you can walk out the store and then
sit on it.
You can sit on it. I'm gonna sit on that for a minute. Hold up.
You see it, you like it, and you think, do I even need this?
I wanted to go back to that King Von situation because I put something in the group text before we jump off. Sometimes we be looking for that old head, but sometimes we gotta be that old head for ourselves. Like the cameraman. The cameraman, you know, he was saying that he was involved in it. And he said no. I was just shooting that video for them guys. Rest in peace, King Von. He let it be known. And sometimes it take people around.
It was a cameraman. They was shooting a video when he got killed?
No, he was shooting a video for the boys that allegedly supposed to have killed Von the day before. The day before.
He just happened to have his...
Nah, the same night. It was
the same night. It was in one of the boys' Insta snap.
Yeah.
That's
the boy was in the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was in the video.
Behind the railing. With
And
the
that's
white
why
hoodie
the cameraman said, listen, I'm just shooting a video for them. I'm not with these boys. Like, basically, I'm not with these guys. And sometimes you got to, like, let people know, like, yo, this they twist. That's not my twist. And a lot of them
ain't
guys,
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It ain't. Even though he the video man, but sometimes if you with
You
your
gonna get
man, you getting stuck with him. Like, cause ain't nobody trying to hear that
No,
shit.
but I don't think he was, I don't think he was, like,
He probably wasn't. But what I'm saying is, when that shit going, it's going.
Oh, it's
Nobody's
going,
gonna say, yo, Fame, move to the side. The legit old...
No,
they
no,
come-
No, he ain't
no,
talking.
no.
He talking about like moving
like just
forward.
like
come
yeah,
for
like
me.
moving forward. Yeah. That's just
I
like
thought you
if we
saying
shooting
like
this
that.
right now and they catch Fame inside the joint, they're like, oh, he rocking. He like, hold up, no, I was just, I don't know them guys personally.
Right.
Like that's they beef.
Right,
Like I'm just the cameraman. That's what boy was saying. He was like, and he said, make sure, rest in peace, Von.
All right, so another thing I wanted to talk about concerning the whole situation. Because like when it first came out, it was like the cops killed thing, this and that. But then the cops ain't want no uprising, so they released that video fast. I ain't never seen a video get released that fast. So we see the fight, they rumbling, and instantly, like a lot of times we had conversations about that these young boys don't need rumble no more. Like one argument or whatever, and they go straight to killing somebody. But we won't never really see a video of how fast that escalate. So whatever is an argument in the club, y'all come out the club, y'all rumble, and not even a minute, it's not even a minute go by from the rumble to I'm killing you. Like, and then you go to jail the next day or the day after. It wasn't even worth it. Like we gotta start thinking a little bit different. Like, why do it gotta escalate so fast? I understand you might be
Sometimes,
getting your
Pooh,
ass whooped, or they just rolling on your homie, help him. But you go straight
Sometimes-
to killing?
Sometimes they gotta escalate because you want to escalate it before they escalate it, and you want to beat the escalator to the point.
That's true.
If that make any sense?
Nah, that's one of the reasons why is it could just be an argument. It don't even gotta be a fight. But everybody is already thinking that, all right,
I gotta get him before he get.
I gotta get him before he
You
get
on
me.
survival mode, and then you gotta remember when you
That's
mad,
key.
you black out.
That's key.
You black out, so you never know. Things happen in split seconds. So even watching the video, King Von came out rumbling. The young boy came from around the car, so he already ran and got his gun from the get go. He probably left out the club before everything happened. He already intentionally, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pop him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But
Can
look,
I- can I-
this is the thing. All they did was do the shit we was doing. Just they got caught on camera. We was doing shit too, bro. We was in the club,
Yeah,
gats,
yeah,
pistol
but-
shit flying. We was doing it. We just got away with shit. Like, I'm not gonna speak on people dying and shit like that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying we done been in a situation. I have where I never really like let out. So we would send the pup to the car, get the
Absolutely.
biscuit, come back. We standing around when it pop off, it pop off. So all it is a lot of shit that they doing.
That's what it
We
was.
was doing
You
a
could
lot of
tell.
stuff too. It's just we just wasn't on camera with a lot of stuff that they're doing. We didn't have social media. These phones wasn't.
I
phones
don't
wasn't
think
even this big.
stuff was always escalating that fast.
Pook, you'd be
'Cause
surprised. man. It
I
a
just
lot
was
of
looking
stuff
at a
going
video of Quando, Rondo, and King Von together. And,
Yeah,
and,
when I-
and Quando, like, yeah, I ain't from 63rd or 63rd dude smoking crack. So y'all was cool not too long ago.
And
So
when
now
I-
an argument with somebody you cool with turned to murder that fast?
When I heard Rondo, I thought it was the basketball.
Yeah, I had never heard of him either, dog. We out the
like,
loop.
Rondo out here running around. Like, I couldn't believe it, but yeah, you Pook, I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of times, man, we come hard on these cats, but like I said, I think a lot of stuff we was doing, we just didn't have social media.
We
were
definitely
engaged in a lot of stuff, bro. We beat the odds. So that's why I say, man, we can't never forget that we was out once. We was the dudes at the old heads, like, man, these dudes, man.
No,
We
you
was
know,
those guys,
like I
but-
just got finished saying, all I see is myself in them.
Yeah.
So
No,
ain't-
no. I know
Yeah,
that.
so
I'm not
it
saying-
ain't nothing like
I'm not
condemning
saying
them
you
all
per se,
crazy,
though, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, when I hear some of these other guys talk and the way they talk about the pups, and I'm like, yo,
They be
like,
crazy.
We didn't did this
Dog,
silly
listen.
shit too. So it's like hard to
This
to
old
chastise.
head reached out to me, right? One day meeting with me, seeing what I was doing in the community. Said, and I want to sit down, let you know what I'm doing, and see if you can help me. So I'm like, cool. Went out to breakfast with him. So he telling me his story. And I'm saying he did like 17 years in the feds, X, Y, and Z. And then he started talking about the youngins like they was the devil.
the scum, yeah.
I said, hold on. I said, oh yeah, hold on. You said you did 17 years.
That means you was out here part of the
Yeah,
fucking-
I'm like, so how you talking about them like that? It's like I don't condone certain actions, and my thing is I want to give you a different perspective. I want to give you a different lens. I want you to see life different so you can handle life different, not to just make it out that you'd be a devil because that I would be a hypocrite. But like I had to leave. I left him. I walked out of the meeting. I said, I can't rock with you. I can't even rock with you because we're not going to do. Now I might not have been as wild as they are, but it's everything going to evolve and become something more. It ain't never going to just stay the same. So they are. So in my day, we was them of our day, like you saying. So now it ain't nothing like I'm trying to condemn them or talk negatively about them, but I just want to shed light on it so you can sit back and think like, do it have to escalate that fast?
Right.
If we get into a rumble outside the club, do I gotta kill you instantly? Like it's been times like something might happen outside the club. Somebody got a
sometimes
gat. They might pull a gat out, like get off my man, don't even shoot.
But Pook,
But he
sometimes-
shot immediately.
Nowadays, today, 2020, do it have to escalate? Pook, sometimes yes. 'Cause
Have to.
here's
No, we're
why.
not gonna
I'm about to
say
tell
you
why.
have to.
Pook,
That's when
tell
you get into sound like you
I'm not-
condoning it.
No, I'm not condoning it. I wish it don't. But why I'm saying is it do is because, like I said just a few seconds ago, you don't know when they gonna escalate it. And I'm not letting you take my life, Pook. I'm not about to think, like, can you get me? Like, no, I gotta. I'm living this life. I'm not living it now. I'm just saying, sometimes we gotta put ourselves in their shoes.
Well, the thing is,
we don't like it. We
But
not
hold on,
with it.
hold on.
I'm not with it.
I think
But
it's
I'm
the,
not letting you smoke me.
but hold on, cool. I know what I think. I think it's the atmosphere. So all right, you in the club atmosphere. you got the drill music banging, you drinking. Everybody seeing, the girls seeing, 63rd, 64th, Rondo, Quando, King Von them in there.
Right.
You got to prove something.
Right. But what I'm saying to you is this, right? When you part of that, right? When you part of that atmosphere, I don't condone it, Pook. I swear I don't. What I'm saying is, when you part of that life, you can't you can't take your eye off what you you can't say, well, I hope they don't let this shit ring. Sometimes, man, you gotta take initiative and get them first. Because
I can't let you say that. I can't let you say that.
You know what? Like I
You
said,
don't have to agree, but I'm
no,
telling
you
you,
got
dudes do
hold
it.
up. But it's like I said, back to the atmosphere. The atmosphere of that whole club scene. That whole club scene got the boy from to shoot the gun. Now say they was like backstage somewhere, they part of the Rumble.
How many times you been shot?
One time when they got
How
shot.
many times you been shot?
Once.
All right, I got shot before too. Once, but I got shot 5 times.
Okay.
My whole way of when it come to like when the shit about to pop off, always was different after I've been shot.
Oh, me too.
Because my thing is I got shot in the back, a couple times in the back, and then I got hit in the legs too, all in one whop. But my thing is, when I got hit, it was one of the ones like from here on out, I'm doing all the hitting. I didn't think that dude was gonna hit me that day. I slept on him and he hit me. He almost killed me. I was on life support. He almost rocked me. If I would have died that day, I would have never met y'all. But my thing is, from that day on, it was one of the ones like, I'm not. And when people used to always say, well, why would you, cool, you could have, man, y'all motherfuckers ain't never been on life support before. I ain't going back to that. So I understand. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm telling you, in their life that they live in, Pook, all I'm saying is, that's why they doing what they doing. I don't like it.
But we understand that. But the thing
that's
is,
why. Because I'm not dying.
This is my issue with the way you be framing stuff sometimes, especially on this podcast.
Go ahead,
because
man.
we not trying to continue to give them the green light.
Right.
You giving them the green light every time you saying, well, you in that life, so that's what you have to do. You giving them the green light. We can't never talk like that.
No, I'm not saying I'm not giving them the green light. I'm telling you, you asking me why we explaining why it's like that. I'm telling you that's why they doing it. They not going to stop.
I mean, we
'Cause
understand.
if they walked in Foot Locker, if they was in Foot Locker and they walked in, they part of the Rumble. If King Von seen Rondo, whatever, they probably rumbled in Foot Locker with customers in there. It probably been different. But like I said, back to the atmosphere of the club scene. Is the club, the liquor, the women, everything. You got them young boys are showing off.
Now, let me go a little further with it. I think one of the reasons the young boy shot Von is when you got them names. When you got that name for a shooter, people not playing with you. We got a homie that died young, Ray. Situation. Now, we know how he operated. So we didn't think he was going in there to do nothing to nobody. But since he already had a name for doing certain stuff, boy, as soon as he seen him, as soon as he said something, I got to kill you. So a lot of times these young, you want these names, you wanna have that major name. Yo, if the bigger the name you got, folks is coming for your head. You cool with all that? Everybody talking about how gangster you are and all of that. I'm telling you, the bigger your name is, the more folks on the other side aiming at you. It ain't even got to. I mean, even if it's your homie, it got something to do with you. That's how it roll. But say one of your homies do something. Dudes from another side might not even come at your homie. They coming straight at you because they like, if I do something to him, he gonna move. Then you might not even know what was going on. You just on a block chilling, and somebody walk up and smoke you, and you don't even know why, because your name big. I think that's one of the reasons why, LeVon always talked all that stuff. Everybody had all the stories about all the bodies he had, and Young like, man, I got to, like you said, I got to get you before you get me.
I seen situations where I know some situations where somebody got, and I'd rather not speak on it because a guy had a name and somebody told the guy something and they got him out the way. But all I'm saying is this, right? When we look at the video, right, and we see Bull doing what he doing, rumbling, whooping boy ass. I'm telling you, in my opinion, this is why I think that dude reacted the way they reacted, and this is why they will continue to react the way they gonna react. It's because in that lifestyle, in that world, you have to, and they want to react before you react. Some of them dudes not really trying to die. They might be out there because we ain't want to die. We was out there running around. We didn't want to die. Like we took cover. We took precautionary measures when it came to situations, but we didn't stop. We didn't stop partying and having fun doing what we was doing. Now though that we older, certain places I don't go to. It's funny, man. Yesterday my wife was literally talking to her girlfriend about having a party somewhere, a dinner, and when the girl was naming all these different locations, my wife was like, Gazelle ain't gonna go down there. Like, he ain't going down there. Like, and she like, well, what the fuck is he into? And she like, he ain't into nothing. But it's just certain places I'm just not going to.
Want me in certain atmospheres.
But at one point in time in my life, I was going to fuck down there. Like, we down there.
We heard
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not promoting that.
Sometimes we used to run a danger. We knew it was gonna be danger because we got your gat on you.
You got your
You
gat
run
on
into
you.
danger.
You feel invincible with your
Couldn't
gat.
wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm not condoning these dudes running around doing whatever they doing to each other. I'm telling you, I can almost assure you that that's the reason why.
No,
because
I understand
you feel like,
that's
you
the
feel
reason
like,
why.
Like, yo, I got that. It's going down. I'm not telling y'all to do it, but I'm telling you, this is the main reason. Like, it's sometimes, man, that's what they thinking in their brain. Like, I'm going home. It's
All right,
like
so
when
how can they?
look,
How can they de-escalate?
not
Because
that-
we gotta get them some game. We can't just say, all right, you gotta do this. So
Right.
so we gotta talk
That's the
de-escalation
thing,
then.
man. Listen.
Well,
everything-
de-escalation is if Rondo and King Von was homies, they shot the video. They gotta be the ones that initiate the truth. They should have been like, yo.
It ain't no truth now.
I mean, somebody died. King, the main one died.
Yeah, it ain't no
But what I'm
truth
saying
now.
is, before they was in a club, if you in Atlanta, you from Chicago, and y'all make that connection, it should have been like, yo, you know, that's my man. Regardless if you had a problem with the entourage, like, yo, man, like, yo, leave that alone. We got a little close relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, obviously, the heads was weak. The head honchos was
Well,
weak.
it happened quick. My thing is about how we respond in crazy situations. We gotta learn how not to just escalate so quickly. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn. All right, something is going down. I don't gotta grab a gun 30 seconds into the video and then kill you.
Yeah, but the solution.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that is really no solution to it because, like who said, they ain't thinking like that.
Yeah, I'm telling
You thinking like you might be thinking like that, and you might hope they thinking like that, but
I'm trying to sow seeds.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sow seeds in their mind. Like, don't forget the purpose of this podcast.
yeah, that's the purpose
know
of the
that, though,
podcast.
Pooh. We know the purpose, but the thing is, man, we can't all right, we can't just be up here and be on some naive stuff or what's
No, I'm
going
not
on.
saying be
You know,
naive, but we
really,
gotta sow some seeds.
Why they are the way they are. Now, all right, now like you said, okay, solutions. My solution gonna always be the solution that I think a lot of times, man, with a lot of these guys that's out there living, moving around and all that, a lot of these cats don't want to change though, Pook. Some of these dudes, but then you got some guys that want to change, but they under the pressure and they still want to keep going. Some dudes is broke. Some dudes is around King Von because they ain't got no paper, so he got the paper, so he pretty much, you running around with him knowing you ain't into that anyway. Or the other guy, Rondo, whatever the
Yeah, I had never heard of him.
Yeah.
He got 1 million followers on Instagram,
whatever,
dog,
right.
and I
So
never
my
heard
thing
of him.
is, so a lot of dudes run to the money. I know people that's like that with guys out here in the streets now. Like, they don't really want to be around half these dudes they're around, but the dude is winning. So I know dudes that be around rats. You know this dude told, but he got the chumpies in, or he moving around. So dudes out here don't want to be fucked up. Like, dudes want to be a part of something. Like, so the solution is gonna be like rough, because when you let the paper define who you running with or who you around, then it is what it. I remember, man, dudes, even to this day, when I see dudes I ain't seen in so long, oh yeah, man, whoever, man, you got issue with anybody. I'm looking at these dudes like, what? Like, dude, I ain't even on
But
that
see,
type time. But it's like they just want to be a part of somebody. And when I tell dudes I ain't doing nothing no more, they don't even believe it.
Well, that's
But
the solution
a lot
right
of
there.
dudes wanna be
the
around-
solution, you gotta tell them, if they come to you with that, you gotta tell them like, we ain't on that.
Yeah, I tell them all
No,
the
no,
time.
yeah,
But
that's
but here's
basically
the
what it
thing,
is.
though. Here's the thing, though, too, Herm. Some people think you lying.
Yeah.
They think it's hot. You hot right now, or it's hot, so they feel like you falling back and you ain't doing nothing. Because there was times where I fell back, and then it was, you know what I'm saying? But when they don't understand, like, it's game over. But then when they look at you and you out with your wife, and you partying and your wife still, look good and wearing her
Your shoe,
Chanel
you got
and
the Balenciagas.
Yeah.
Shoes,
whatever.
socks,
Exactly.
drawers
Like, you know what I'm
on.
saying? So when they
say
see that,
he's still in.
he's still hustling, but they don't understand how much legit paper that I make. And I don't buy it as much as I used to, but I buy it. Like, I still buy it every now and then, but it's just when you see it, you think that, and I bought so much prior that when you see it, it's like, you think that's what it is, but it's like, nah, my man, this is old. Like, these bags and stuff is designed to stay around for years. So it's like, don't think because you see it or you see me, whatever I got on, you think that I just bought that 2 weeks ago. No, I might have bought that a few years ago, but it's just, when I take it off, I wrap it up, put it in the box. So I think a lot of times, man, when we think of the solutions, it's gonna be kind of hard though, Poop, because like I said,
All right.
they selling their soul
You know what it
for
is?
some money.
That's I'm gonna tell you why we're not agreeing with each other, because we don't know the initial argument. I mean, the initial fight between them guys. That's why. We don't know the initial.
We don't.
So that's why we can't find a solution. if we knew, like, it could have been deeper. So one thing, like he said last week, he said once Instagram get involved in it, you gotta do something. It's like a world of you telling people, I'm gonna do this when I see you. So now you gotta prove it.
I think you gotta do something when I think they feel like it when you.
And that's the weakness of everybody.
If you just a regular Joe Smo, I think it'd be easier for you to be like, man, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But when you a rapper, and you look, I had a not to change the subject, but I was telling people about people that signed with the Rock Nation, and I'm like, the lady that supposedly was a CI, and people was making excuses like, no, I mean that's like the companies you work with or whatever. What if they? I said the difference is I'm not putting out this image, this gangster rap, we running around shooting shit up, doing whatever we doing image like they doing. So if you putting that out there, if you putting that image out there, to me, I feel like it's one of the ones like, how can you sign with these people? Like it's just like I feel weird being if I'm in the streets and I'm like, I can't.
I agree with that.
I can't rock with y'all. Like y'all, lady, you a freaking informant. You sent people to jail.
Who was she telling on? Like I heard
a
about
cartel, a Mexican or a Colombian cartel, and it's like,
is she just out and about running around?
yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like she told, like she wasn't no civilian. They got caught up. She was like moving it. Her husband got caught up, and then she was moving it. And it's like, my thing is with them is like, how can y'all even roll with this shit? But people, that's what's going
money,
on.
man.
That paper, man. That
you need
paper
for that
really
money.
had you doing some strange shit that you probably wouldn't do if the person didn't have the paper. But when they got the paper, it's one of them ones like, it is what it is. So some of those guys, like I said, man, they don't want to be a part of that. They just part of the entourage. They getting little pennies, little crumbs, and they cool with that because at one point in time they wasn't making nothing.
And
They was out this joint scrambling.
And look
So
at the
it's like,
situation. Every time a rapper do go at it with each other, it's always the entourage. It's always the dude in the
two-hand
background.
dudes is never the problem.
It's never the problem.
It's always a little.
Well, this time Vaughn was rumbling.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't even see that coming. So let's get into your current event topic of the week, man.
My current event, I actually had some stuff wrote down on my phone, but I really can't find who I send it to, but I send it. But
You might have sent it to yourself.
no, I didn't send it to myself. I had some stuff a while ago, but
Who you sending podcast stuff to?
I
It ain't
got-
us.
No. We was I be talking to other people about things, but I didn't. I meant to send it to us, but I thought I wrote it down in the notes, but I really didn't though. But I was talking about watered down issues that we have, like, you know what I mean. And I hate to go there, but we was talking about it in the group text about the cop with the guy that the cop killed the guy in
What guy?
in
Which
Philly.
one?
The guy in
Oh, Walter
West Philly,
Wallace.
Walter Wallace, and we was talking about that situation, and I had my opinion on it, and y'all had your opinion, and our opinion is our opinions. But the thing is, right after that, because I wanted to talk about that, but then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay out of that. I'm gonna stay out of that. But then right after that, a young boy got tased. He got pulled over in the driveway. Did y'all see that?
No, where at?
Well, see, I don't know exactly where it was at, so it's
wow.
gonna be kind of hard to discuss it when y'all didn't see it. But he gets pulled over in his driveway, and You seen it?
I seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, he gets pulled over in his driveway.
I ain't watched the whole thing. I don't like watching those videos.
Yeah, he got out the car with his hands up, and the cops walked towards him.
And he ran around
took
the front of the car.
He took
Yeah.
off. He ran to his house.
Yeah.
He ran and they tased him or whatever. And when I got the video, people sent it to me. I'm like, okay, okay. And it was one of the ones where it was like, what the okay. Then now when the other guy got killed, people were saying the cops should have tased him. So now this dude gets shot. I mean, this dude runs from the cops and get tased, and it's like, well, they shouldn't have tased him. And I'm like, well, wait. And then I was telling people, if that other guy that got shot, that got killed, Walter Wallace, if he would have got tased, people probably would have had a problem with that. Now you have a guy getting tased, and we looking at it like,
But you running away. Why you tasing me?
you running away. You running away, and they always say that when you running away, don't shoot the person, tase the person.
No, I'm not saying. Who's saying
I done
tase
seen
him either?
so many people. What you about to say, Fang? Oh, say that again.
They was kicking him in his face.
Well, no. I was reading comments where they were saying that he tased him and he did all. You know, what I
You
mean?
shouldn't assault nobody that's running away.
You listen. Here's the thing, though. You might be right, but all I'm saying is this is what I mean about watered down issues.
Okay.
Because here it is. This is what we do.
All right.
I seen people complain about you should have tased the guy with the knife, right? Then I'm hearing people saying when the dude get tased, tasing was too much for this other guy.
It's two separate instances.
It is.
So if one guy allegedly coming towards you with a knife, they saying tase him. If somebody running away from you, you don't tase him.
I hate the cops. Now, let me take that. I hate the cops. I'm not taking that back. I hate the cops. Poop. But here's the thing, bro. If you get pulled over, right? Because that's what I mean by we watering this shit down. If you get pulled over, man, and you get out your car and you run, and they got them tasers, we done seen instances with so many people, and I don't know how much shit you seen, but I seen a lot, with so many people was shot, and everybody say, yo, why did you have to shoot him? You had to tase him. And then when you see a situation where dude gets stopped in the car, and you take off running, and they tase you to stop you. You stop. You pulled over. You ain't supposed to run, bro. You pulled over. And you take off and you run, and they tase you, man. And now everybody's saying, yo, you shouldn't have tased him.
All right, so now I'm gonna use.
This is what I mean, dog. We
All right,
watering
but
down
let me chime in.
We watering
Okay.
down issues.
Now the two guys, the guy got killed by the cop, got shot by the cops. He was a black man. Guy got tased by the cop was a black man too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just watched my man just sent me something earlier.
With the white people, they letting them slide. You right.
Is uncomfortable conversation with the black man and conversation with the police force, and from the white cops telling how they handle black people different than white people.
I agree. I
So-
think so too.
At the end of the day, I see the argument in both parties shooting him, because it's like every time they do something to us, they go extreme. With the white folks, they don't go extreme, and we seen it. We even went back and forth in the group text saying, well, this guy got the knife, why they ain't shoot him?
Right.
So that's basically what my arguments be coming in that. I don't be watering nothing down. I just be like, yo, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it to everybody.
But here's a common denominator. Here's what I'm saying, and I agree upon what you're saying, and you agree with what he just said, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay, so here's the thing.
You know, I get a little.
So here's the issue I'm saying when it comes back to the narrative we were saying about the bigger fight, right? That's what I meant. I agree with what you said, and I agree with what you said. Do I think that they should have tased that young boy? No, but they did. Here's the thing, though, right? You know why they treating white people different from black people? Because they on code. They on code. The white people is on code.
That's it.
That's the point right there. So
And
when
then
you
they
saying-
make sure black people in position is on code with
That
the
was
white
the
code.
point. That was the point. See, the whole, that's what I wanted you to say what you said, and I wanted you to say what you said, so I can break it down now. What I wanted to say was, yeah, they doing that. Yeah, they tasing us, and we running, and they doing what they doing, but they letting the white, and I knew either if you wasn't going to say it, I was going to say it, but it's funny with the white people, because them white people is on code. And that's what I mean by when you saying the issue, a bigger fight.
Bigger water fight.
A bigger water fight is these people on code. And if we can't see that, We can't see what they doing. It's like, yo, like they really. I watched something where they put a hit out on a politician. They was gonna kidnap the politician lady. Y'all remember? Y'all seen that?
Who?
These
White folks?
white boys. They were gonna kidnap the politician lady. They locked the dudes up, right? The dudes that they locked up was friends with the sheriff. You know what the sheriff said? But I mean, the law says that. He started breaking down law of how they can do it. I couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, yo.
Well, the Constitution is written so you can go to war with the government.
Right. That's what they say with the Second Amendment.
The
and all
Second
that.
Amendment is about going to war with your
But
government.
my
Yeah.
point was, I ain't want y'all to think I'm gonna be on some shucking and jiving shit. But the point was, you was getting nervous. The point was,
I got nervous in our group text.
the point.
I've been gotten. I said, no, not my man.
The point was that these people is on code, and it's like, so when you say a bigger
war. We got
you know what I
all
mean?
recognize that.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like we don't see that.
So
it's
now,
like, well,
can
wait,
I-
one more thing.
Go ahead.
We complain about how they treat us unjust and all this, that, and the other, but how they treating other white people, and it's like we keep putting that out there. We keep putting videos of how they doing right by these other people, but nobody thinking in their mind like, damn, these motherfuckers really on code. Like they doing what they supposed to do with their people. That's the only thing I wanted to say. Like I don't want y'all to think that I'm gonna ever be pro-police, because I'm not. But my thing is this, man. We sitting up here begging for the police to treat us like that shit Dr. King and them was doing at first, man, a seat at the table and all that.
Bullshit.
That shit was crap. Like, we can't ask these people, yo, man, we want equal right. No, man, when they on code, they running shit. Yo, they on code and they running it. But we so far off code. I'm watching Van Jones cry because this dude Biden won the. I'm looking at this shit like I couldn't.
And then I seen a group joint.
Yeah, the heat
and
with
then he
Trump,
over there.
he
He
ran- I
trying
He
seen
was
to.
in
all
there.
other
He was
shit,
hyped
too.
too. He was like,
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he was a sucker,
That's what
man.
I mean by we don't be on code. So a lot of stuff that's going on out here that's happening, instead of begging for the government to give us
Yeah,
this,
because I'm gonna
do
be
that,
honest with you.
do
If
that.
I was out there and that cop would have did that, my homie, I probably would have swung on that cop. I'm gonna be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean,
with you.
one thing
my
about
feelings,
one thing about your homie, you right. You absolutely
Yeah,
right,
man,
bro.
we probably been warring out there
absolutely
on some
right,
rumblings, and I probably been going to jail.
Right.
But see,
You know what I'm saying?
the cops already knew that about us. Like, you had a terroristic threat.
A bunch
case
of 'em.
against a
A
cop.
bunch of 'em.
Because that was always our thing. As soon as the cop said anything sideways, we was always like,
Yeah.
y'all know what we into,
They couldn't,
and
they
we
couldn't
don't
even
care
grab. They
if
couldn't
y'all
even
cops.
grab me. They
Same thing with me, though.
they used to be like trying
Yeah.
to grab my arm, and I was like, "Yo, get off me from the rip. I'm a grown man. Don't touch me."
And
know what
you
I'm saying?
gonna have to, y'all gonna have to,
Y'all gonna have to manhandle
we
me.
rumbling. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not balling up in the corner.
I'm not doing
while
all
you
that
beat
too.
me up. I ain't doing
No.
all that shit. We gonna fight. Like, we so far off cold, man. That shit, it's normal. Like the stuff that we doing.
So now let's go back to the bond situation, right? So now you bring up code. We got to get to that and recognizing it's a bigger war that we got to fight. Because if everybody killing us, we can't be killing ourselves. Now some issues happen. All right, we you know what I'm saying, rumble, you know what I'm saying, fight it out. But we ain't got to jump to killing each other immediately. God damn, I'm saying not within 30 seconds. But we got to get on code. We was on code because we from the same block. We was on code. It's nowhere in the world a cop was just gonna kill somebody on Anna Street, and then their body was just gonna be laying in the street while cops are standing around. It
Ain't
was
no way.
not going to happen. If you kill somebody if you would have killed somebody on Anna Street, the cops would not have been able to be out there at all. Everybody is getting shot at immediately. You killed one of our homies. Everybody's going to go get guns, and we coming right back. We don't care if you're cops or not. That's bad. I don't want to condone that, but that's just what it. Man, no, condone it. Fuck that, because we gotta be on code against them. Nah, seriously. But that's really what it was. No way we just seen our homie land in the street and we'd have put our cameras talking about something. Look,
would
man,
never
the
put our
cops
cameras.
just killed our homie. Dog, we'd have been on opposite sides of that corner. We'd have been up on rules, and we'd have just been chopping.
See, at the end of the day, man, like it's a defense thing with them guys. Like I'm always on defense with them. Like I just got pulled over 3 days ago. Cop pulled me over, DOT check. He ran. He said, "Yo, man, you got level 14. I don't know what level 14 is. It's the highest level that you can have." He's surprised, but he still did a level 1.
What's that for the DOT?
For DOT. So he went under the joint check. He couldn't believe I had it. 5 years in business, you never had no violation on your trucks or nothing. Trucks out the park, couldn't believe it. Did everything. Now, he had the windows partner right there. First of all, hold up. I ride by him. I seen peep him. I see a cop coming up this way. He flying. He still parked all the way back there. I seen him. He fly by me, bust a U-turn. Boom, jump on me, pull me over, pull over in the middle, roll my window down. I'm like, what's up? He said, DOT check. I said, how you calling for a DOT check? You coming from that way? I said, what, your man called you? Yeah, he called me. He about to pull up in a couple minutes. I said, that's what y'all playing? He said, true stories. Man come over there, they pull me over there. They see I'm on defense, but I'm calm, because I'm learning to be calm with them, because I snap out. Go over that joint, I get my paperwork and everything, get my license, medical card, and all that other stuff. So he tell me that he go around my stuff like, yo, he's like, when the last time you had a DOT spot? I'm like, probably a couple months ago. He said, did he give you a sheet in there? I'm like, no, he just gave me my license back, like, you cool. So he went inside his car, checked it, said, yo, you're a level 14. I'm like, he's like, yeah, that's good. He's like, 5 years without no violation. I'm like, yeah. I said, I'll take care of my truck. He's like, all right, but we're gonna do a level 1. Now, mind you, I'm on the phone with Lodge, so I turn the joint. My Lodge stay on the phone with me, because I might get crazy out here. They might shoot me out this joint. I says, Lodge listening. So the Lodge like, a level 1, that's for tractor trailers. You ain't no tractor trailer driver. That's a tow truck. So I'm like, all right. He go under the truck. He under the brakes, hit the brake, go on the engine, look at the engine, pull this, turn the wheel, turn that. Been out there for 45 minutes with this guy, no violation. He come on like, yo, man, you really ain't got no violation? I said, man, it's saying in the computer I ain't got no violation.
If I ain't getting it in 5 years, well, I'm having all
this
of a
guy
sudden
go
now.
in the joint, come out with a sticker and put a sticker on my window, say, yeah, you cool. I said, I've been cool. Without you even putting that sticker on there, I'm gonna make sure this is my livelihood. This is how I feed my family. And he turned around and said, yeah, this is how I feed my family. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure I'm not riding around just because y'all see a guy come through here all the time with a black truck with a black pistol on his head that he might be. And then it messed them up when they see my name on the registration and my license, like, oh, you own the truck. You the owner. Yeah, and I'm the owner driving this joint. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of messed them up. But I was already on defense. I'm telling you, I'm on defense with him from the rip, man. One day, I said on the last year, my pop called me. It was like, yeah, Herm, you know, when the cop pull you over, man, you got to cooperate with him. And it was like quiet, it was quick. He's like, Herm, you still there? I'm like, yeah. Because he know. Yeah. Since I was a young boy, they used to always harass me, grab me, slam me on the car. I'm like,
see, and this is the thing when they be saying cooperate, right? You supposed to cooperate, but when they start being nutty, then I'm off that shit. Now, if you stop me and I did something, if I busted you and you see me and you stop me and you pull me over, here
all right,
you go.
Good. I did that.
But when you start, step out, and all my shit is right, and you step out, and now you fucking with me now. Dude, just give me my ticket and let me go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I hear people saying, you got to cooperate, I'm like, that should be irritating me, because when they...
It's slave catching. I'm not nothing. I don't care. I'm always saying something.
I'm gonna tell you this though, right? Me and my wife was talking about this the other day. That situation where the guy was supposed to be breaking up the fight, and the cop was grabbing him, and they had their guns out, and he was pulling away. His kids was in the car, and he walked around the car and he reached in his car and shot him. Yeah. I'm telling my wife, yo, he put his kids in a fucked up position too, though, man, because you know these cops out here killing us. So when you got
that was
your
a
kid,
real crazy situation.
Right. So that's the only time I think I probably wouldn't be on no nut shit, is because if my children in the car, my thing is I'm not about to draw and tweak out because I know it can go left, and I don't want my kids to get
man, I got pulled over on 22nd Street, 22nd and Federal on Highway Patrol, and my son was in the back seat, and I told him, and you already know how the Highway Patrol is. As soon as he pulled up, the first thing I said, yo, my son in the car. He said, all right. He said, license registration. I get my license registration. He said something else to me. I said, yo, did I tell you? I fucking heard you. Just like that. My son's still in the car. So even with my kids, I'm like, I gotta protect them. No, these dudes, man, they out.
I get it, but I ain't doing all that.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look at it.
Certain different strokes.
Yeah.
Because my thing is I can't let my kid think that this is okay.
It's okay for them to do anything to me.
But I'm not putting their life in there.
I feel you. I
can't. But you gotta look at it. Dude's situation was different. Dude, like now if we gonna talk about somebody kind of like deserve to kind of get shot,
Well, he was say deserve.
I mean,
but it was. I don't know what he was
what
thinking.
he was thinking.
I don't know what he was thinking. Reaching in the car.
Reaching the car.
That was wow.
So what was the bull thinking with the knife?
He was crazy. The phone call they got was somebody having a manic episode.
I ain't hear that. I listened to that joint a few times.
Nah, that was the sister. The mom called too.
I ain't hear that.
The mom had called earlier.
I
Yeah,
listened to the whole joint.
it was 2 different calls. The mom had called too.
Yeah, I ain't.
And the
I
neighbors
know-
called.
I know they were saying he beat his mom and pop up.
I heard that.
Anybody crazy to beat their mom and then pop up?
No, some of these niggas ain't crazy. Some of these niggas just that's what they do.
They crazy.
You got to be crazy to beat your mom up.
Your mom
Come
and your
on,
dad?
man.
Come on.
Just beating your mom up.
So that's what we giving everybody that beat their
You
mom.
got to be crazy
you gotta
to
be
beat
crazy.
your mom up.
You gotta
cuz.
be crazy.
All right,
You think you normal in beating your mom up?
I don't think that's normal, but when you get somebody
Normal about that.
when you get somebody the crazy label, then because you know you can beat shit by insanity. So
Oh, you got to go to jail, but you,
but
you
I'm
got to
just
go to
saying,
crazy
when you say
jail.
somebody crazy, right? A lot of times you're giving them an excuse of what they doing. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, every reason is not an excuse. Every explanation is not a justification.
Yeah.
Just like you with the young boy saying, "I understand," it's not a justification. So so if I'm saying you crazy, that don't justify what you did, but it explains.
When you use that terminology, crazy, it's like you giving them a defense. Everybody's
I'm
not
just
crazy. Everybody's not
Anybody
crazy.
beating on their
Some
mom
people
got
have
issues.
Some people really have real mental issues.
Uh-huh.
Some would say if you pull out a gun and kill somebody, you got mental issues with that. So you can't keep running around with the mental issues with every fucking time somebody do something that
Beating your mom, beating
no,
your
you not.
mom.
Some dudes is not crazy. Some people is just fucking nuts though.
That's crazy.
crazy.
What are you talking about, dude?
Some people is nuts.
Nuts,
You wanna-
that's
you wanna use
crazy.
a synonym.
We use that term nuts all the time.
No,
man.
no,
don't
we
mean
understand
that
what you're
shit.
saying,
Like,
but
come
cool.
on, man.
If
I don't
anybody
mean
going,
that
I'm going
shit.
right now and smack my mom, I'm crazy in the mug. I'm not even think my conscience not even saying I'm going there and smack my mom or try to fight on my pop. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to argue with my mom. Like, you know, I'm out.
Bro, I
I'm
don't
outta
even
here,
curse in
man.
front of my mom. I'm 40 years old.
I'm
Yeah.
dead, but I just know
Unless
that-
I'm telling a story or
know-
something like
Nah, I
that.
still don't. I still don't. I just don't do it.
Nah, I feel you though.
Yeah, I
And
just
mean,
don't do it,
That's
man.
a whole nother. I don't really want to get too much into that topic because it's
Yeah, that's
it's touchy. And my opinion is
Yeah,
a
it's
little
your
shot the
opinion.
fuck
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And
No, I don't think it's shot out. I think it's your opinion.
I just feel like
Man,
my mom died when I was a pup,
perspective
so
is just perspective,
I don't
man.
beat your mom and well, your father. I ain't never have a pop, but beating your mom up, I feel like. And then when you if he had mental issues, then I guess he had mental issues. But if you just was some nigga that just always getting in this shit and doing shit, and you use that you crazy shit as an excuse, and you do that shit. To
But
your
dog,
mom,
even
man,
in the when they released the body cam footage, that's in the group text too. Boy, like, man, shooting. Not even in the midst of nothing crazy. That like it was playing. Go ahead, man. Nah, we shooting him.
Yeah, but I was like I said, I was looking at this other podcast earlier, and the white cop said that he said sometimes they gotta, instead of calling us, they need to call they social worker so they could assist us down there. They need to get them out of bed too. Like, yo, your patient down here acting wild. Come
Nah,
down
that's-
here and we
that's-
gonna
I
try
agree
to
with
tame
that.
your patient.
Them niggas ain't got doctors.
That's true too. But then,
I'm just saying, but
still,
just saying that. I ain't saying that.
We keep
That's
calling
not.
these
That's
people
no.
crazy.
Ho.
These
That's not
motherfuckers
my
ain't got
solution.
No doctors.
That's not my
Half these
solution. That's
dudes
something
ain't
I seen.
diagnosed with nothing. They ain't taking no medicine, no nothing. They never even took medicine before. And we fast to say mental issues, man. Because you fucking can't read and write, man. This is what we saying. This is what we doing. We mental issues because you can't read. Not saying I'm not talking about this guy either. I'm just saying with situations, man. I see it all the time. My sister got mental issues. She's 50 years old, man. She got 6 kids and she run a household. And she got mental issues. She can't read or none of that shit, man. Like, none of that. She can't read or write. So, but she ain't out here running around chasing people with knives.
well, every mental issue ain't got nothing to do with reading and writing.
I know that. I get that. I'm just saying. But some of these people have certain type of mental issues, but when they do something violent, they say, "Oh, he got mental issues." No, the nigga can't read. That's his issue. Like that's it. I see it all the time. Pook, that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from the perspective of
Who
people.
was ever talking about somebody being able to read or write? I never
Nah,
heard
you
that
missing the
conversation.
point, bro. I'm saying I've seen people, right,
Uh-huh.
that I knew personally, that I knew in the streets, that I knew from North Philadelphia, right, that couldn't read or write, was in the slow class, was around the slow people.
All right.
The minute he do something criminal, right, he ain't got. You never hear nothing about him taking medicine or none of that. He just was just a little behind. When it come to everyday, he wasn't up on it. The minute he do something criminal, the first thing people will always say, and I'm going off of people that I've known, say, "Oh no, because you know he crazy, you know he got mental issues," and I'm looking like, man, ain't nothing wrong with this dude. He just can't read or write. He a little behind the 8 ball. That's it. But I'm not saying this is what's happening with Bull, but I just see it a lot with people. And that's the excuse we make when somebody ain't there all the way. We say, "Oh, he crazy."
So how old are they when they do something criminal?
They older.
So
older.
so now if you, because you
They
know I'm a
older.
counselor now, so
I
everything's
understand that.
counseled with me.
Okay.
So we start going
All
back.
right. Okay, doctor.
You know what I'm saying? So now, what happened as a child that prevented them from learning how to read or write? What kind of trauma was going on in their life that they could not sit down and process in A through Z and how to put words together?
I know people that can't read or write that literally stop going to school. Some people stop going to school.
Yeah,
Some people,
but you
some
learn how to
people just-
read and you start learning how to read in kindergarten,
and
first
some people
grade.
All right, but then when I'm saying can't read, some people might be on a 3rd grade reading level or a 2nd grade reading level or 5th grade reading level. So it's like, that's what I mean by some of these
Yeah,
people
so
can't-
now what's going on in their household?
Oh, I mean, that, whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So
know what I mean?
it's a whole lot of different layers to this
when they
thing.
do
Like
something-
my daughter ain't never going to be on a 5th grade reading level in 12th grade because her dad's an author. I make my daughter read books that I read. I've been making her read books I read ever since she was like the 3rd or 4th grade. If she don't understand a word, she come to me and ask me, "Dad, what this word mean?" We go to the dictionary. I show her what the word mean. I help her put the word in a sentence, and I add it to her vocabulary. I make her read books, and in every chapter, she got to write a report for me. This is something that I've been doing with her because she has a good parent. If you have a parent that allows you in the 12th grade to have a 5th grade reading level, not even if it's a mental issue as far as something that's diagnosable, but sometimes you're socially mental because the surrounding and upbringing that you're brought up in, like Common said in the song one time, is what he said, it's hard to do right when all you see is wrong or something like that. So you in a horrible condition. I know there's a lot of folks in the projects that you grew up in.
Fucking right. Excuse me. Damn right.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's cool.
Right.
Even you got socialized. I wrote a whole blog on that, socialized to be a nigga. Like, we get socialized to be certain ways. So whereas it might not be a diagnosable psychological issue that's inside the DSM Manual 5, it might not be in that. But when you're dealing with stuff, you got PTSD, you don't know how how you respond to that trauma.
Well, all I'm saying is, Poop, that a lot of times, right, when people do something, when somebody ain't there all the way mentally, right, and they do something criminal, the first thing we say is that they crazy.
Yeah, we ain't had no other reason to bring it up before.
But I'm just saying, like everybody, even the people that's like mentally not there, like some of them they'll just do some shit that they want to do. They just like how they
That's
get up,
possible.
Just like how they get up and go to the store.
No,
when
no,
mentally
that's
not there,
possible.
They'll get up and go to the store. They get up one day
Because
and they'll argue with you.
I done definitely in the past got drunk and did something
That's
that
what
I
I'm
wanted to do to
Right,
blame it
but
on
there's no
alcohol.
flip side to insanity.
Right. And what I'm saying to you is, right, all I'm saying is, right, you have people out here that like literally a switch go off and they go nuts on it. Right.
See, cool. First of all, you off cold right
No,
now.
I'm not
It
off
don't
cold.
matter what reason we give them, man. We
It's-
on
it's
cold.
no flip
We
side to
gonna
insanity.
get on cold. Everybody
no flip
crazy.
side.
Everybody got. If you black, we don't care. We rocking with you even if you wrong, man.
Cool said it in the beginning. He said, "Man, after I got shot, man, listen, shoot first, ask questions last."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. Let's get on cold. Let's get on cold.
But here's the thing, though, with that, though, right? But so if you want to say I'm crazy for that, but here's what Cool not gonna never do, right?
What?
Cool ain't gonna beat his mom, and I don't even fuck with my pop, and he did too. But Cool ain't gonna beat his mom and daddy up.
That's right, because Cool ain't
not-
crazy.
Wait,
That's
Cool
what
not
I'm
gonna beat his
saying.
wife up. Cool not gonna beat his kids.
not
Or
crazy.
just beat them all down.
So-
Cool, I don't disrespect my sisters. Like I got 4 sisters. Like I don't
Yeah.
cuss them out. I don't cuss at them. I never did. I never beat them up growing up. Even when I was a kid, I never did that. I was always their protector. Like I never was that brother that beat my sisters up, cuss them out, disrespect them. Even to this day, my one sister, I got into an argument with in her face with something with my nephew, and I went off on her, which is my older sister, and I felt bad, and I went back and I apologized to her.
I could
Even
never
though-
beat my older sister.
Even though, even though my oldest sister was wrong, but you know what I forgot? She a little behind the 8 ball, and not even just that. I'm just not wired like that to be out here beefing with my family. I'm really big on family and friends. Like I'm big on that
That's
shit.
good.
So like when I see people
You
do
didn't
that,
invite me to a family cookout nothing in a minute.
you know
either.
what? Kia having a little dinner. Bring this week. I'll let y'all know the location, all that off camera.
Yeah,
But anyway,
man. I had to spend $200 at Ocean Prime and all that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's my spot. But anyway, you ain't have to spend nothing this time. Just spend your gas money to get me drinks and all that for y'all drinkers and all that. But my thing is this though. What I'm saying is, and not that I'm not on code. It's just a lot of
I
things.
was just
though,
joking,
man.
bro.
No, it's cool. A lot of things though, man. Like I don't have a tolerance for. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. Like I'm not making excuses for these people no more because we should be excused out. We should be excused out. Like you know what I mean? Like we should be like pretty much over the excuses and making excuses for every fucking thing going. And like you say, get on code. Like instead of complaining and we want them to do this and do that and do this, we should just be able to make a move and be on code.
Well, I think the first thing we always say when somebody doing something out of the norm, we always say crazy. So that's why I think when we say crazy, because if I see my homie cussing out his mom, I'm like, that nigga crazy, man, doing that.
No,
So-
if I see my homie cussing out his mom, he's yo,
Yeah,
you out of pocket.
yeah, you out of pocket, but you would say,
can't
man, this
even-
nigga crazy.
You can't even be my homie cussing your mom.
yeah.
You can't. We can't be homies, man. Because if you
it's-
cuss your mom out, you will cuss my mom
Yeah.
out. And if you
Oh,
cuss my
oh,
mom
like,
out,
man-
my man, we gonna have problems forever.
Man, you gotta look at it like this. He ain't got respect for his mom. He ain't got respect for you.
Yeah.
Your mom can literally fuck you, cool. Out of respect for y'all.
I'm gonna walk
Man,
away.
your mom over there bugging. Like,
Yeah.
man, you talk to your mom, but I won't go there engage into one of my, I'm just not into that. Like, that's just not my twist.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not that guy. But the enemies, though, at one point in time, they gonna get all of that. I'm not wasting my time on family, friends, and all that. You got to give all that energy to the other guys. So, but like I said, man, sometimes, man, we really got to get off that crazy. This is why he did what he did. Like we be making excuses for a lot of these guys, man, and we shouldn't. And it goes back to what I said about we gotta be on code, man. Instead of crying and complaining, doing all these videos and the cops doing this or these persons doing
Unify and fuck them
that.
cops up.
Yeah, let's get on code. Let's stop.
Final
complaining.
words, brothers.
You go first, man. I've been talking the whole fucking.
Nah, you good.
What's your
Go ahead.
Get on code.
Get on cool. That's it, man. Get on cool.
Every time it's time for final words,
Yeah, I don't know if you
Herman
said.
got nothing to say.
Get in the car.
Soon as we in
Oh, I
the
should
car.
have said this. I should have said that. I should have said this.
Soon as we get in the car.
Typical black man. I should have said that. You know how you get in an argument with somebody, oh man, oh he said that. I should have just said
That's
that.
the,
man.
yo, I still think about something that happened 10 years ago.
I
Like,
can't
man,
wait till he say something to me. He say something, I'm gonna bring this up.
No,
No.
but on some, you got something to say?
No, go ahead.
Well, I do have something to say. Go we're filming this podcast today. What's today's date? The November 8th, and we got a new president. We got a new white supremacist in office, and I'm sick of all these black people running around like we made it. Like we made it, and that shit is like irritating my soul.
He came out the shorty low. I said, yo,
This dude ain't
Disrespecting
right.
the culture.
Not that I want Trump in office. I didn't care either way, but we got this shit is that I'm seeing is like making my stomach hurt. You know what I'm saying? But as far as back to what I said, man, people, we gotta get on code, man. A lot of issues that we seeing, a lot of people out here fighting for these different with reform and all that shit that they talking, man. Come on, y'all, man, knock it off, man. If we get on code with other things, man, all that other shit that we wasting all that energy on, man, like we'll be all right. But we waste so much energy on other things that's going on. It's funny, man. I freaking was on my Yumbo page, And I said something to a dude from around your way. I'll let y'all know who he is. I said, man, black people, man, we always want to be, we always want to be in shit. Like, we always want to be a part of something. Like, everything these people put out, we always want to be a part of it. Like, yeah, vote. Oh, we got to vote. They tell us to do this. Yeah, we got to do this. Like, we don't always got to be a part of everything. Some things, man, we can just stay away from and let them other people do what they do. And we do what they do. We do what we do. So that's that, man.
Bottom line tonight, fellas, ladies that's watching, definitely trying to sow some seeds that can help us have a different perspective, so we definitely don't escalate to killing each other immediately. Not that I'm saying kill each other later on after it get deeper, but we got bigger wars to fight. You know, when we are in the streets marching about folks who done got killed by the cops, and you know, when we outside of courtrooms and we screaming free Meek and all these different things. Not that we shouldn't do those things, but we got to keep that same energy with everything that's going on in our lives. So, brothers, listen, we'll have an argument. We'll have a disagreement. We have arguments all the time. That's all we do. Never an argument like that on a malicious tip to where it's going to lead to a fight or anything. But we can't jump to grabbing the gas. We got to try to figure out, all right, what's going on? Why did this happen? How can I resolve this? How can I do something that's not going to lead to the death of somebody? And then, as I brought up earlier with, you know, Von having such a big name, you know, we want to be known for being that gangster. We want to be known for being that shooter. We want to be known for how many bodies we got. You know, folks having different teardrops on their face symbolizing how many bodies that they got and things of that nature. And that causes other people to want to shoot for you because you got the biggest name. I've seen it happen over and over again. The dude with the biggest name is the first person that folks want to go at. So what we're saying tonight is we got a big war to fight as black people, in particular us black men, because we got to be the ones that protect our women and our children. You know, we got to be on the front lines making sure everybody is all right in our community, and we can't do that if we killing each other. So bottom line, we got to get on code, and on that code, we got to be fighting the outside before we fighting the inside. It's Legit OGs. See y'all next week.